is already uploaded, then be sure to say hello in the comments down below. We're way early, so I'm not expecting anybody to show up. If they do, that'd be awesome. I'm just putting this out there so I can check off that I've streamed tonight. And because I enjoy streaming and I need to get that done for myself, or else I feel incomplete. Alright, let's start this thing. Welcome in, fools and retards. Let's get into some Starfighter Assault together. We'll feel agony and maybe a little bit of love. But most of all, we'll be blasting people out of the air. What's up, Lone Wolf? Welcome in. We're doing some Battlefront 2 because I have a short evening tonight. I just got done with directing and then hanging out with Chloe, and then I gotta go pick up my brother from the... You're not first, no. What's up, Mitch? Thanks for coming in. You can't stay, just thought you'd stop by. Alright, be sure to leave a like. I don't mind it. Tonight's gonna be probably a quick one, hopefully, because I have to pick up my brother from the airport. So, once I pick him up, I'll have to go to bed immediately, because I have to direct again tomorrow in the morning. So we're getting this one in early. Be sure to be here tomorrow night for our Civilization 6 live stream, where you guys are in charge of what I do. And then Monday night we'll probably be finishing Alien Isolation, so be there or be square, because we're in a pretty intense spot in that game. Ah, Mitch is going out with the boys. I knew you swung that way. You and Cleasy, except Cleasy thinks he's going out with the girls, but he's not. Nil is finishing it. Nice. Thank you.
Get our ship out of those tractor beams.
What are you finishing, Nil? I hope whatever it is, it doesn't involve the sound of my voice.
Those cruisers are key strategic assets.
I'm gonna destroy these damn turrets because they actually do get some kills here and there. Usually I play as an interceptor class as well.
Our bombers have completed their attack run.
Yeah! Hole up, Mitch says. What up, Bully McGuire? Welcome in. Yeah. I'm almost done with Alien Isolation. We're very early. Battlefront 2, Bully McGuire. Yep. We're gonna be, have to keep it short tonight. I have to pick up my brother from the airport at midnight. So, and then I have to direct tomorrow morning at 7. So I will not be streaming after that. As much as I love late night streams, especially on Saturdays. There we go. Who needs the aim assist thing? Alright, there we go, he crashed. I didn't touch a thing. You mean finishing Alien Isolation? Okay, yes. Monday night I will be finishing Alien Isolation, hopefully. It seems like we're towards the end and we're currently in a pretty intense spot. And tomorrow night, Civilization 6. It'll mostly be just me talking with you guys in the chat. Because, you know, Civilization's a slow game. Especially the way LEGO had me set it up. Maybe I'll even die and you guys will be there to have me start a new save. And you guys can be in charge of setting that game up. Which can be fun. I'd like to see how it turns out with you guys in charge of what I do. And of course, if I don't get an answer, I'll make my own decisions. I'm not just a dancing monkey yet. What up? What are you saying what's good to, Mitch? I thought you were going out with the boys. Was that a lie because you don't have friends? Man, you got so drunk during last night's stream you fell asleep with your iPad on. Well, that's alright. I think the stream we fell asleep on was a bit of a sleeper. However, there was a really good Splitgate stream after that. that Mitch actually downloaded Splitgate to join me on. So if you want to watch me play with Mitch, then feel free. I also gained another subscriber, I believe, during that stream. I'm not sure if that guy subscribed, but he was having a good time. I'm out. My team are not playing the effing objective. Not that I was, but I think I usually am the one who protects my teammates from other players. Not the one who plays the objective. I defend those who do play the objective. Good boy. There was actually one night where YouTube account was on Splitgate with me, and him and I were drinking together. Each time I lost, I would take a drink, and we drank a bottle of wine. It was a good stream. You're finishing it this morning. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you, Boily McGuire. Civ is one of those games that you've never played yourself, but have always been interested in. If you can start a little earlier than usual, that'd be nice. We'll see. It all depends on how things work out. I'm hoping to finally edit one of my hiking videos from the coast trip tomorrow. I've intended on working on that regularly, and it just has not worked out. Bully McGuire wasn't here back when I did the trip to the Devil's Courthouse. I don't remember who it was that was here when I told that story. But it still is a story that may or may not have happened. Like, it's just the fact that it's possible. We know the facts. We haven't figured out who did it. And unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable putting the details of that story within the hiking video for the Devil's Courthouse until I find out if it actually happened. You know, I don't want to end it with like a thing I can't prove. Alright, have a good night, Mitch. What's up, Daniel Skywalker? How you doing tonight? Long time no see, I think. I think last time I saw you was my latest Battlefront 2 stream, wasn't it? And I lost. Let's play some Heroes vs. Villains.
We've met our match. Retreat while we still can.
Alright, Neil's gonna try to make it to the alien stream. That's cool. It's good to see I have a good turnout this early. This isn't my normal streaming time. I'm happy to see you guys here. I've been looking into doing another Free Movie Friday also, but the thing about Free Movie Friday is that YouTube doesn't always acknowledge that these things are public domain that I show. The only one of my movies that I did on a Free Movie Friday that hasn't been claimed is Nosferatu. The other two have been claimed, and they're both bogus claims, which is frustrating. So I don't want to get banned off YouTube for doing it, but if I can, I will. There's like a Buster Keaton movie that's public domain now. There's this like weird expressionist German horror movie that's public domain. I wanna do that shit on a stream, but you never know. I am very transformative of these things when I do those. Those of you who've caught that, who've seen those back in October, know what I'm talking about. It was a good time, and I want to do more of those. Daniel Skywalker is doing good. I'm doing alright. I am going to be sleepy tomorrow. But that's irrelevant because I still have to be up tomorrow. I've got a late night tonight and an early morning tomorrow. Alrighty. Sorry if it sounds like I'm out of breath. I was just chugging some soda, and I'm so out of shape that just the act of drinking sugary beverages is enough to wear me out. Also, I should probably tell you guys the Devil's Courthouse story, shouldn't I? Um, there's quite a few new faces here that weren't here back in the beginning of the month when I did that trip. So let's see if I can remember the best version I told, because I've told this quite a few times to my friends and such, and there have been a few times where I've gotten like the details out of order, and they got confused. They're like, so why would that be the case? So anyway, I was up at the Devil's Courthouse, which is a mountain in North Carolina in Transylvania County on Pisgah Ridge. It was snowy, roads were shut down, some of the trails were blocked off. One of them had a $10,000 fine if you went down it, so I wasn't going to go down that one. So I walked on the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is closed off, but it was legal to walk on, and hiked, and I was alone pretty much the whole time. The only people I ran into were a few other hikers, and when I get back from the hike, it was a good time. Very cold, very icy, very windy, but I got to try out my new audio interface and camera for the first time. I noticed a smell in my car, and poop had been smeared on my tire. And I was like, that's strange. And it had a bag attached to it, as if some ne'er-do-well had used the bag to rub their feces in on my car. Hey, Chloe's here. And I get back to town thinking, okay, that's just weird. Some weirdo just put their poop on my car. And when I get back to town, the dude at the Arby's they were asking like where I was hiking, and I told him I was up at the Devil's Courthouse, and he said that they've had a bunch of those roads and trails blocked off because they're looking for fugitives up there who are armed and have like killed people. So there's a good chance that while I was up there and not looking, some armed and dangerous criminal on the loose snuck up on me so he could rub poopy on my car. And that's all they did. So, unfortunately, the only details I've been able to confirm, other than like word of mouth, because I want to get that, like an article or something. The only details I can confirm is that fugitives do in fact hide up there. But I can't confirm that there was any up there at the time I was there, or anything. So, I have asked people who would be in the know on that kind of thing, and they've told me that there are people who they know who hide out in that area. But that's all I know. It was the hash-slinging slasher Darth Vader McGuire, that's true. I did almost die, Chloe. I did almost die. That's because it was icy and hella windy. And I was at the peak of a mountain that's just sheer rock all around. And the wind was literally blowing me on the ice to where my feet was moving. But I didn't die, fortunately. Or at least as far as I'm aware.
What is it with everyone in masks?
Yeah, what is it with everyone in masks? I didn't know Han Solo was based. Ah, I almost killed him. The guy's name is Big Balls, that's a good name. But yeah, there was a funny story of a fugitive that had hit in that region, but that was like a year ago when this guy was up there, where he robbed hikers at gunpoint to steal their mountain bikes, and then went off to hide in the woods. And like, he could have just like given the bikes back, but his decision was to like hide out in one of the harder places to survive in the wilderness in North Carolina. Clay says, dang, I could have claimed my assets. Yes, you could have claimed my assets, you fool. I have some pretty slick assets, Bully McGuire. Not to brag or anything. Bully McGuire is kind of into assets and all that. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just the way he is.
Bring it on!
Here, I can destroy that thing. There we go. Oh boy, that Luke is in danger. There we go. Come on. Nice. Hey, look, there's a bot in the chat. We haven't had a bot in the chat for a week or two. More like a few days. I thought YouTube finally got its shit together. Ah, that's just a mess in there. Major stonks. Yes, yes, Billy McGuire. Not to brag or anything, but the first year I invested, I put in $700 and came out with 2,000, which is a higher rate of return than most people expect. So I performed pretty well. I'm pretty good at investing. I didn't make very many investments last year, but the ones I did make are up by a significant margin. And then this year I finally have enough money to spare again. So you're not alone, Bully McGuire, in your love for the stonks. Ah! I can at least kill this mall player. Ah, I could have stolen the Kylo kill. Also, that was not financial advice to anybody. You consult your own financial advisor and work within your own common sense. I do not give out advice of the financial concern.
Chosen one, countless victims.
Alrighty. Let's rock and roll, baby. How are things, Chloe? Is that actually Chloe? Because I know you were having issues getting into the chat. There's a few viewers who like to pose as Chloe in the chat. Damn. Yeah, that seemed about right that we were gonna lose there. You took your financial aid and spent it all on Doge in 2018 when it was 0.004 and ended up making so much money. Yeah, I would not recommend that. It's too late for Doge. However, I'm not going to give any financial advice, but I personally hold Bitcoin, Cardano, and the Shiba Inu. And I only hold the Shiba Inu as a joke. I think I put like $50 into it. So you're like, well, if it pops off, then it pops off. Shiba is taking over. Well, it's taking over in the meme stock realm, but I don't think that means anything anymore. It's made by the same people who made Ethereum, I think. Well, Clay, if you wanted to prove that, you could just text me. Clay needs to talk. My mom needs to talk to me for a minute.
be no escape for your pleasure sensors on Kessel today. Brace yourself for fights so captivating, you'll need a memory wipe just to sleep at night.
Toxins.
Thank you, Jedi Master. Begin your assault.
Watch your step.
Death comes to the defenders
I've
of the
returned.
light.
Only I could catch you.
Good night. Alright, what'd you say, Bully McGuire? Trying to hype up people so people invest and raise the price. That's the way to go. See, I'm a long-term holder, so I don't play those kinds of games. I have diamond hands. Why do I keep taking characters I suck at? But I'm not going to talk about the stonks that I like because, you know, I think talking about stonks at all and talking about what you like about them puts you out in a realm of liability.
This fight is forgettable.
Which is unfortunate because it's fun to talk about that kind of stuff. Like, I love talking about, like, business practices and PE ratios and that kind of thing. You day trade, either you end up extremely happy on the day or extremely sad. See, I had someone show me the trick to day trading. It's not my thing, and I believe I could do well with it. However, it's not something I desire to do right now because the taxes are too much of a hassle, in my opinion. Which is unfortunate because it wouldn't be that bad. You could do pretty good. I mean, shit, you could even day trade Shibu. Or Shiba Inu. But I'm not saying you should. This is for entertainment purposes only. Chloe says I should do a financial aid segment. I'd like to, but the law around that is too restrictive. It's really frustrating that it is, because, you know, there's plenty of channels that do that type of thing. That's not a world I know how to navigate.
Skywalker, the Jedi.
Because if some smooth brain makes moves and just say that you're the reason they did what they did and then lost $1 billion or whatever, you become liable for certain things. Which is dumb, because it's not like I signed a right of attorney or anything. What up, Daniel Skywalker? You're gonna go and... Thanks for saying it's been a great stream, buddy. Sad McGuire Allers. You feel me? You just got a letter in the mail stating how much you have to pay through Robinhood. Dude, I don't use Robinhood. Now this is not financial advice. This is purely for entertainment purposes. All I'm saying is the ones I use. And that's Webull and M1 Finance.
Stop, then kill.
I've only ever had negative experiences with Robinhood. And they don't give you enough information anyway. Like Webull gives you a shit ton of information to work with.
No more games.
And they let you set they have just a ton of good features in my opinion.
You're outmatched.
I pretty much use Webull for researching anything. because it has all of the data, and it just, all you have to do is click on the data and it tells you if you forget like what it means or how to interpret it. It gives you the information. He says he uses many trading platforms. Use Robinhood for the meme coins. Okay. Oh, we won this time. The dark side prevails. For when it comes to crypto, I've only dabbled in Binance, but I'm not a fan of Binance personally. I'd like to move towards, like, if you're going to go towards crypto, you got to go towards something that's decentralized, you know. Binance is like centralized crypto, which is kind of against the point, you know. How'd my day go? It went good. So I woke up at 1:20, and then I got ready for directing at the church, because my church does broadcasts, and I am directing today and tomorrow. I also handled the switchboard, so I was like telling cameramen what to do, where to point the cameras, how to do things, and simultaneously like pushing the buttons to like manage which, like what people in the auditorium see and what people online see in the broadcasts. And tomorrow we have somebody working the switchboard, so I just have to direct tomorrow, so I don't have to multitask. And then I'll get out by noon tomorrow, and then hang out with Chloe probably, and then and also edit some footage I got while hiking. Bolden McGuire says, that's very cool. I used to run the soundboard and manage the crew in my theater class. Very fun stuff. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I had a pretty good experience with this like advanced acting program back when I was in high school. All of the people sucked, but the work was fun. And I'm someone who loves to write, and I wrote a lot of our performances. I got a director's award, so I've been pursuing that kind of work. I just finally got enough money to pay for a camera and some small-time audio gear, so I've been learning that this past month. Congrats on the award. Yeah. Yeah, it was like 5 years ago now. Or something like that. I don't think it was... how long ago was 2017? Probably 5 years? Yeah, that's 5 years. It was high school.
A hero's death for our first hero.
It was a good experience learning how to lead a group of people who don't like you and are very sassy through all stages of a production. Especially when it's a thing that you wrote. Like, that was a good experience. Like, honestly. Taught me a lot of things. And also doing improv. We would do improv shows weekly in that program, and monthly plays, and then regularly would do sketch shows that we had to write sketches and perform them. And then there's a few times where we had to write plays and direct, perform, and design the sets.
You cannot harm.
I'm the one you're after.
Uh-oh. He's glitched out in the choke screen. come on. And bourbon.
You only want to cause pain.
Your life ends. Think not.
Chloe says she's in the chat. Cool.
I can arrange your return to
We'll
the
be
heights.
wrapping up the stream probably
Master
soon.
Graver is here.
My brother will be arriving at the airport
Let's avoid any of General Skywalker's techniques, shall we?
in like a handful of minutes. And I need to get there before he gets out. But I've had a good night. Hopefully you guys have too. I'll see you guys. I'm not closing the stream out, but I'm just saying it will be ending eventually. You feel me? You only ever wrote one play for your class, but it took so much work to coordinate everything. You don't think people realize how much work goes into it. You competed. Yeah, we competed as well in my group. That's cool. Yeah, they got my scene partner's name and my name reversed for our roles on the thing, and the dude was like my nemesis in that class, and they gave him the reward for playing the character I played. So I was not petty about it. I was just kind of like, okay, well that sucks that he got the award that might have been mine. And then he made a whole thing about it because he knew like this situation, and it just became a whole thing. And it was early in the year when we did that competition, so it was like the rest of my senior year I had to deal with that and his pettiness because he was a prima donna.
Wasting your time.
The kind of dude that forms cliques. Yeah, we did play gay lovers. There was one time, so this is kind of like a moment where I learned how to deal with people like that. So anytime this dude was in front of other people, he would like be all showy and act all tough, and you know, I would just do my typical back and forth, kind of what I do in the chat, where I get, like, insult you guys, but it's all in fun. And eventually, he had asked me to fill in for him for a role in a play, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Army or not,
And
realize your duty.
he was directing that thing, but he couldn't play the character because he could only focus on doing one thing at a time. And the whole time he was like bitching at me about forgetting the lines, and I wasn't forgetting the lines. Like, I literally had them memorized. He was just trying to be like showy. And then I was like, well, we're gonna go, how about we go in this room and we'll go over the lines. And as soon as I had him alone, he was like hiding. We walked to the room, and he went off into another room, and then I had to grab him. I was like, no, we're going into this, we're gonna do this, because you've been bitching at me all this time about this shit. And then he went into the bathroom and hid in the bathroom, and we never actually did it. Like, we never like went over the script or anything. He just kind of let it go. And then whenever he tried to make a thing about it in front of other people, I'd be like, well, do you want to go and fucking deal with this? And then the night of the performance, he went into the dressing room and tried, like, he like got in my face and stuff, but you know, I just didn't bother me because I knew he wasn't gonna do anything. He was just trying to get in my head before the show to make me mess up, and that kind of behavior is ridiculous. And I've actually had to deal with that stuff in future jobs, and learning how to deal with that kind of thing helped me through dealing with it in my adult life.
You defy me?
He was nice to Chloe. Yeah, he was nice to Chloe.
Here. Now.
Yeah, if Darth Bowling McGuire doesn't know, me and Chloe have been together since like my sophomore year of high school and her freshman year of high school. So it's about 8 years now. So she was there for all of this. Hey, winning kill.
Once again, no one ends an argument like a Dark Lord of the
GG.
Sith.
Alrighty. Yeah, what sucks though is that there were people in that class that I thought were my friends, genuinely, because they were nice to my face. But then afterwards, I found out that like they didn't actually like me, and had been talking about me behind my back and spreading rumors about me and stuff, which was kind of painful. That was what actually hurt, was that people who I thought were my friends weren't. You met your wife during sophomore year and you're married now? That's really cool. That's really cool, Bowling McGuire. Yeah. Chloe says we sound old. Bowling McGuire has had a medical career, and he's going into business school, and he's going to be a stonk man in New York and do cocaine and shit. So he's like a 80s stonk man. He sounds like. Yep, Bowling McGuire talks fondly of his wife. She sounds like a nice lady. And sounds like she sleeps lightly because he often wakes her during these streams, it seems. I tend to have that effect on people's wives, though. I'm just joking. Alright. I gotta get going. I have to go pick up my brother. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be playing Civilization. It'll be a much more chill stream than this past week has been. Probably, if any jokes are cracked, it'll mostly just be like casual. It's gonna be a casual evening if anybody's looking forward to that. Talking to the chat, that kind of shit. Because it's Civilization. It's an easy game to ignore. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.